Well, I had some back issues probably for about 10 years before I came in, but they progressively got a little worse and a little worse, and then it got to a point to where I literally couldn't do my job. And I have a very physical job, a lot of lifting, and I had started wondering what was I going to do if I couldn't do my job. And they said, well, at some point I was probably looking at back surgery, and I had had enough people and known enough people who had back surgery that I didn't want to go that route, because even though it relieved the pain, still didn't fix the physical issues. And so I saw a commercial about the Spine Aid Center and both the Dr. West, so I thought, I don't have anything to lose. So I called and got a consultation, and I really didn't think I would do it. I just thought I was going to close all my issues. And that day that I came in, I had gotten to where I had a little numbness in my right leg, and it would take me forever just to get out of my car, because it hurt so bad just to twist around to get out of the car. And I didn't know what I was going to do. I thought, I cannot live the rest of my life feeling like this. And so I talked to him, watched the videos, and I thought, it's not going to hurt anything to at least try. So I decided to do it, but it got to where it was changing the way I live my life. The pain was. Yeah. I couldn't go bicycle riding anymore. I couldn't do the tennis. I have 2 small stepchildren at the time, and of course they were always wanting to be outside, and they were small enough couldn't be outside unless I was there. And it really was changing not just my life, my whole family's life, because there were so many things that I couldn't do. I'd go swimming with them, but really it would hurt too bad to swim most of the time. And it was really changing everyday life. I had tried some of the like the ice, well, actually the heat and the ice, and I did want to take a lot of aspirins, Tylenol. I didn't want to do that because I know that causes other problems. But my quality of life was spiraling downward a lot. I was very skeptical. Matter of fact, I had never gone to a chiropractor before, and I really thought that chiropractors were just people who wanted to be medical doctors but failed. So I did not have I was very skeptical. Well, the first thing they did, they showed me the x-rays and told me exactly what my problem was. And they told me that they were very sure that they could help me. And then they showed me the video of exactly, why it would work, so they addressed every issue I had about, what the pain was caused from, and why the decompression therapy would actually help it, but eliminate it. Well, the treatment itself felt good. I did have, laying down on the bed, they stand you up and they lay you down. That wasn't painful, but getting off the bed at first, for some reason that hurt. But and I had a pinched nerve, and when that nerve started becoming unpinched, it did hurt a lot. And as a matter of fact, there was one day I told my husband, I said, I might have made a mistake. What if I'm in this kind of pain the rest of my life? And it would take me about probably 5 or 10 minutes just to get in the building, because it hurt to move. And there was one day that Dr. Aaron was the one who was doing it that day, and I guess he could tell that I was in a lot of pain. And because I was to the point where I thought, man, I have really messed up. And he talked to me though, and I looked at him, and he had a lot of compassion in his face, and you could tell that he hurt because I hurt so bad. And he told me then, he said, I promise it will get better. And he explained to me why it was hurting, and that it was the nerves trying to remember how to feel, and that helped. Because at that point I was almost ready to give up, because I really thought I've messed up. Which they told me that up front. They told me that there would be a short period of time that it would get a little worse, and actually they said normally this is what happens, and each case is a little unique. And they told me that at first it would get a little worse, But I didn't have a realistic expectation of what that meant. Well, if I remember right, it was like in maybe week 2 when all that hit. And probably 1 week I was in that kind of pain. And then when it got worse, when it got better, it got drastically better fast. And all of a sudden, I just didn't have the pain anymore. And it wasn't a constant pain. It was, for some reason, it affected me at night. So it wasn't like every single moment of the day I was in that kind of pain. It was just at night. For the most part, I feel like I've never had back problems. I mean, it's totally gone. And if I do have an issue, I just call and schedule an appointment, and they come and adjust me, and it's fixed.
All right.
But there's nothing I can't do I do the lifting at work just like I did. I'm just a little more careful of how I do it. But because I manage a restaurant, so there's a lot of people in and out, especially the regulars. And because I did wear a back brace a lot of the times, a lot of them, I live in a rural community, so there's lots of farmers, lots of back trouble. And they'd always say, well, if it works for you, I'll think about it. So, and I don't know how many of them have actually done it, but I know there's been a few that has tried it.